All right. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you're coming. You're listening to this. When and where you're coming from, I guess. Cool. Cool. Well, it's not quite New Year yet, but it's coming. It's coming. This is Coffee with Kevin, as the name says right below it. Um, and I am Kevin. And guess what? This be my coffee. Mm. I welcome you to share a cup of hot coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whatever it is. Even if it's a even if it's a smoothie or a glass of water. I welcome you to share this with me today. And it's my new cup. Guess what it is? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Kevin, you got a Christmas gift. See that? Nice. And I gotta confess, I got a mocha this morning. I got a hot chocolate and a coffee in here. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's always good to just in the morning have that first sip of whatever it is you like. Have that first sip and just enjoy it. Just feel grateful for it. The fact that you can have that, the fact that you do have that, the fact that you have what you want. That's just an incredible, marvelous, marvelous thing. Take another sip here. Today is the day after Christmas. Today is the 26th of December 2023. 2023 felt like it flew by. It felt like it flew by. And those of you that have been following me know that, my wife and I moved in the middle of 2023. We landed down in Florida from Boston area on July 4th. It was funny. We came in on July 4th. It was just a funny thing, but we planned a slow ride. I had my cats in the car, and we were just taking it easy coming down. So it took a little time, but it was wonderful. And here we are, and this is the first Christmas I ever had where Christmas weekend was in the 60s and 70s. Oh my God, was it gorgeous down here? It was absolutely beautiful down here. So beautiful, people want to call me up and say, "Hey, Kevy, what are you doing?" And yeah, um, talk about appreciation. Talk about gratitude. Talk about gratitude. It was the nicest weather. Here we are, and going into January, and we're going to have almost 70 degrees on July 1st. July 1st. Holy mackerel, it's January 1st. I need another sip of this. A lot of TV stations now are showing you the year, what happened in the year. I want you to start thinking about what happened in your year. What are the highlights of what happened in your year? What are the great things that you have to be thankful for in your year in 2003, 2023? Oh my goodness. At the end of this year, as I'm looking back, I'll look back to the 26th and how I'm just having all sorts of problems with my words. That's funny. Oh, good morning, Brenda. Brenda's back on. She wanted to see my snowman. That's what she wanted to see. Hmm. So look back on your year and see what it was that went well for you. Granted, there's going to be things that didn't go well. We're human. There's all sorts of things that don't go well during the day, during the week, during the month, during the year. But there's also all sorts of things that do go well. Sometimes the things that don't go well overshadow the things that do go well. And when you have that overshadowed, you're thinking about negative things most of the time, and you need to get out of that because the more things we think about in a certain way, the more it comes to us. What we think, we become. If we're thinking all negative, we become very negative. If we're thinking all positive, we become very positive. So you try to get the positive things to overshadow. You try to get the positive things to overshadow, and that will work like that. All right. The great new beginnings with you. That's what Brenda said. Brenda is my wife, so we'll allow for that. But I want to say the great new beginnings of anything. You start thinking about that. I had said throughout the year, I said, find any excuse you can to have a new start, to start thinking about your goals, to start thinking about your aspirations, your dreams, and to start moving towards them. Find any excuse. Well, we have the biggest excuse coming up. We have the biggest excuse coming up, which is New Year's. New Year's. Well, let me tell you, every day's a new day. Every day's a new beginning, like Brenda said. And so you can, if you want to take advantage of New Year's and the resolutions, okay, resolutions are your resolve to do something. You just start moving towards it. Don't worry about a resolution that can be broken. Think about what you want for this coming year. Think about your dreams, your aspirations. Do you want to go for a new job? You want to go for a raise? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a family? Do you want to start a relationship? Think about all of that. And you know what? I'm going to ask you to do something really weird with it. Is put it down on paper. Put it down on paper. You want to get healthier. Put it down on paper. Okay, be specific though. Get healthier really really vague. The more specific you are, the better it becomes, right? So you want to get healthier, meaning you like to have a certain waistline, meaning you like to be in certain clothes, or you like your weight to come to a certain level. I don't use the word lose for when it comes to weight because when you lose something, you want to find it. You go out and find it, and oftentimes you do. So why would I want to lose weight? Just go several months from now and find it again, and then find more. That would be that would be ridiculous. So get a little bit more specific with your goals if you can. So if you want a healthier, what is it healthier? Okay, do you want to eat better? So what would you like to see yourself eating more often? So get a little more specific. If you want that new relationship, get a little specific with that new relationship, whether it's a person that you already know or a person that you'd like to see come into your life. Believe it or not, that can happen. I've worked with many people with vision boards, and they had a vision of the kind of person that they wanted to come into their life. And the more they focused on it, the more it started happening. And before you knew it, somebody came into their life like that. And of course, you do know when it comes to relationships, when it comes to health, when it comes to anything, you got to do your part. You got to always do your part. So if you want a better relationship in a relationship you already have, if you got a marriage or something, you know, do your part in, okay, we got date nights, or we're spending more time together and doing specific things. We're experiencing specific things. You know, be be specific as you can as to what you want. Because the vagueness of, oh yeah, I'd love a nice relationship. Oh yeah, I'd love health. That's too vague for your subconscious mind. That's too vague for your subconscious mind. I think my health is coming on. My wife just wrote raw food cooking, so I will be eating more healthier in the new year. Matter of fact, I'll be eating more healthier. You don't wait for this time to come. You start out. You don't have to dive into it 100% tomorrow or today. You start out a little better. Does that raw food cooking include sushi? That's what I want to know. Yeah. So start thinking. I'm back to my original idea. This is a new beginning for you. Every day can be a new beginning, but the New Year's is a big new beginning for so many people. Make it a new beginning. Think about really what you want. Think about really what you want, the specifics of what you want. Write them down. I found I found that I write them down not on a list on a piece of paper per se, but on note cards. And I can have one on each note card. And then I can go through my note cards as often as I can. Every day, a couple times a day, a couple times a week if you can't do every day. But keep them out where you're at most often, like my desk, where I keep them out. So you can go through them. Think about this new beginning. Think about this 2024. What kind of a year do you want for yourself? And start to make it that kind of a year. Yes, it's in your control. It's in your control. It has little to do with what's going on outside. It has little to do with the economy. It has little to do with your community. It has a lot to do with you because you have the control over the way you think and over the way you feel. And then when you start to change that, you start to change your life. So do that. We're not going to meet until next year. So I'm going to wish you a very, very great rest of the year. I'm going to wish that you will take control and make it a very great rest of the year. Have some good hot drink in the morning. Enjoy yourself. Do whatever you need to do. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas weekend. And it was a great Christmas. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, it's still kind of a holiday spirit. And yeah, the crowds and stuff like that, we enjoy the crowds. Um, but you know that it's in your control to make whatever day, whatever time period, a special one. So make it that as often as possible. All right, until next week, until next year, I will see you. Make it a wonderful time. I'll give you the snowman one more time and take care.